Welcome back to Sip, Spill, and Solve, where we pair true crime with a good glass of wine and just enough sass to keep things interesting.
That's right. And today we're diving into part 2 of our series on the mysterious disappearance of Pennsylvania DA Ray Gricar.
Yes, and if you missed part 1, pause right here, go back and catch up. Trust me, it's worth it. And then pour yourself a glass and come right back.
Tonight's pour is we're going a little bit different, Old Republic Lemonade.
Well, Lemonade.
But it's made right here in York, Pennsylvania.
It is made right here in York, Pennsylvania. And let me tell you a little bit about it. I think it's so cool.
Yes.
So it's a distillery. It's York's hometown distillery, and it is a veteran and woman-owned family distillery. Central Pennsylvania's first limited distillery since Prohibition.
Oh, way to go, York!
Cool.
Woman-owned.
I know.
Let's go.
And how we found this was Ed, my husband, happened to be at the Eastern Market, and he saw the stand, chatted with the ladies because that's how he is.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, I know. And so then he came up. They have just come up with this craft cocktail
Very
that
good.
she told him that like drinks kind of like wine.
Yes.
The hitch in that,
Yeah.
just so we're clear, is I'm pretty sure, even though they don't tell you what it is, I think it's bourbon because it's a distillery, so it's not wine.
Yes.
Yeah. So
it tastes good.
Yeah.
It tastes very good.
We feel like it's hiding something, just like a Ray Gricar's case. But
Yeah.
anyway, but what do you taste when you taste it?
Well, I definitely taste, but it tastes a little bit of lemonade, which can be dangerous because you don't realize that.
Exactly. And when I was floating, when we talked about like last episode, floating down the Canna de Gwinnett.
Yeah.
I can still say that.
I can't, but you can.
The Canna de Gwinnett. I had 2 cans of this.
Oh, wow.
And it was like it's really like refreshing.
There you go. You hit it. This is great summer. Just very summer.
Yes. But anyway, this is good. It's like a citrusy, like kind of a lemonade. It is still like a little bit purple.
Yes.
So and it's their lemonade, whatever it is. It's like they're not saying exactly what.
No, it won't. It's secrets.
So tell us a little bit, or am I telling about the our wine and what the hell segment this
I think you're going to hit with that wine and what the
Okay, so this is where I don't mind. This is a little bit of a longer article, but this is so funny.
I think a lot of people can relate to this.
So Florida man, once again, we head back to Florida.
What the heck, Floridians?
I know you Floridian people, you're weird.
Yeah.
Anyway. So a Florida man is accused of pulling a gun on restaurant employees when his online order of chicken wings was nearly an hour late, authorities said. So Matthew James Davis, 35 of Naples, was arrested on a Wednesday night and charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, according to Collier County Sheriff's Office online booking records. The Sheriff's Office said that Davis threatened employees at a Wingstop restaurant in Naples. Wink TV reported. According to an arrest affidavit, David placed an online order for chicken wings at 8:39 p.m. on August 27, 2021. Okay, now that I know that it's 2021, I'm not sure that I knew that, but that might factor into it because we're all in the whole COVID messed up state of mind.
Yeah, right? Very few workers.
Yes. Anyway, the store promised that his order would be ready at 8:58, but when he arrived at 9:40.
Okay.
Now, first of all, if your order was ready at 9, I mean, 9:40 is a little bit, whatever.
Yeah.
So the sheriff's office said that Davis was angry and began pacing in the waiting area. He was not mollified. I love that. When an employee offered him a free drink while he waited. UBB-HTV reported.
Okay.
According to the affidavit, Davis reportedly told employees that he was going to get my strap, which definitely means gun.
Okay.
When I think of strap, I think of like a belt. Yeah. They're going to see that I am not playing. At that point, Davis left the restaurant and retrieved a gun from his white van.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, we're talking serious chicken shit here. Employees and witnesses later told authorities that they feared for their lives, according to the affidavit. I can't even imagine, somebody because their order took too long or they didn't like how it came out. Gregory Garcia told Wink, it's like, okay, then you don't go there again. But to pull a gun out of somebody over something as silly as that, an order not being to their satisfaction, I mean, that's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
So after preliminary investigation, Davis met with sheriff's detectives on Wednesday. According to the arrest affidavit, Davis told detectives that his outburst occurred several weeks after his mother's death and that he was stressed out. He added that the gun was not loaded and that he merely intended to intimidate the restaurant employees. Davis was arrested and booked in Collier County Jail. He posted bail on Friday and will appear on court on February 20th.
Well, we've all been stressed out.
Yeah.
And we've all had late food or late food that wasn't delivered or
I know. It's a little extreme, but can I just tell you a little story how to relate?
Please. Okay, if you can relate to
I
this.
can relate. Okay, it's very scary, but I can relate to this. I feel like the older I get, the less tolerant I am. So around here, we have Royal Farms. If you're listening, we call it ROFO for short, right?
Yeah. Chicken. You can get
and I have heard these amazing things about the ROFO chicken.
Yes, right? Very good.
So when we were in the middle of moving, so this would have been like probably last year
ago.
At this time. We just needed quick food and then food we could take to work with us as well. So I thought, well, why not stop and get some ROFO chicken?
Right.
So I order it. It is, I don't know. Like I'm waiting for like a half an hour.
Wow.
And then the manager says, it's going to be another half an hour. I'll give you a free drink, which is what this guy got.
This is what happened in Florida.
So Ed's waiting in the car. So I get a lemonade.
Okay.
I take it out and I'm like, it's still not ready.
Yeah. And you were stressed too.
Right.
Because you were moving.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, exactly. So anyway, long story short, it never did come out.
What?
No. And I ended up having to like go and saying like, I just want my money back.
Okay.
After waiting all that time, still not having any food. And then do you know what, to add insult to injury?
What?
This is the biggie. I go out to the car. Guess what? Ed had drank all the lemonade.
Ed.
What? Like, what would make him think it's okay to drink all the
Oh my gosh. Well, he had been waiting too.
I was so angry. I was angry because of the chicken. And I was angry because of
you didn't get your food.
I didn't get the food. And had I had a gun,
I
wouldn't have. But I can see it was so aggravating.
Yeah.
So aggravating that it was like I actually emailed.
I was heading to New York.
I was heading to New York the next day. That's what it was for my job
to
the city. And so I wanted the chicken so Ed would have something to eat in my absence. Right. And so I'm on the train and I'm like, dang ROFO, whatever. And so I emailed them and actually I got an email back within an hour.
Wonderful.
They apologized and they gave me a coupon for a free car wash.
Okay. You were going to say chicken.
No, not the chicken, the car wash.
Okay.
Some kind of a credit, which I don't think I ever used, because I don't think I'd ever go back there because it was so bad.
Wow.
It was like these girls were all new and nobody knew what the heck they were doing. It was terrible. But you know what? Even the worst part was?
What?
They had fresh chicken in the like I had ordered like a box.
Yeah.
And they had fresh chicken in the front that when other people came in and had ordered,
what? They could just hand it to them.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So okay, so I kind of sympathize with the chicken man.
I mean, an assault.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't loaded, you don't know.
No,
if
it was
you're
here.
working.
No,
yeah,
that's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, he wanted his chicken wings. I understand that. But,
I get it.
And this goes back to what we were saying about hankering.
Hangry.
I guess he was a little bit hangry.
Well, he had waited quite a while. So I mean, I
get him being very upset,
but there's no reason to ever pull a gun.
Yes,
I jest because I know like I was upset, but I would never ever think of pulling a gun.
No.
Now maybe killing my husband.
Well,
putting antifreeze in his lemonade. That may have crossed my mind.
I can understand that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's move on.
Oh my gosh.
To Uncorked Mystery.
Yes.
So when we left off, okay, so this is episode 2.
Yeah.
And since then, Jeannie and I have both done deep dives.
Yes, we have.
Into this case. And I am about to change my mind on almost everything I said before.
Okay.
But anyway, so when we left off, Ray's car, he was abandoned. It was found near the Susquehanna River. His government-issued laptop in the trunk and the hard drive removed.
Yes. And weeks later, the hard drive was found by fishermen. Water damage beyond recovery. But some do believe this wasn't an accident. Ray's daughter even said it felt like someone was trying to erase him.
Exactly. So in this episode, we're going to go deeper into the foul play theory.
Yeah.
Did Ray get too close to something big? Some believe he was investigating powerful people in connection with the Second Mile Foundation,
Yes.
the same nonprofit linked to Jerry Sandusky.
Second Mile Foundation. But
let's talk about
Tom Corbett, who then the Attorney General, later the governor of PA, who had political ties, this is interesting, to the foundation, which is the Second Mile Foundation, and allegedly stalled the investigation of Ray Gricar.
Yeah,
Gricar.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a funny last name.
Yeah.
So rumors swirled that Ray had been secretly meeting with parents of abused children off the books and out of the county.
Yes, and this was before the Sandusky trial, right? Like, well, right before.
Not right before, because 2005 is when he disappeared.
Yes.
Sandusky didn't come to trial until 2011.
Yes, but he could have been meeting with parents. That's what I wanted to say. Gathering information.
Yes.
That's,
and then go ahead.
And then remember, he did a trip to Vermont.
Yep.
And Ray had been in former FBI director Glenn Free's hometown before. And he had plans to go back.
Coincidence?
I don't know.
I don't think so. And here's the kicker.
Yes.
A podcaster named Rebecca Knight.
Yes.
Which we refer to in our last episode. She dug deeper into this and then she kind of vanished. Stopped abruptly before the final episode.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Okay.
And you talked to her.
I've tried emailing her. On her website, she has an email. Yeah. And to no avail, I haven't gotten any response. And also, how you get back email not valid or something.
Yes.
Crickets, nothing, just say.
Yep.
So all signs point to Ray being silenced, whether by someone in law enforcement, politics, or something darker. And to me, I'm torn. At first, I thought maybe he walked away.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
Yes. And if you listen, and I would highly suggest everybody listen to Rebecca's podcast. It's called
They're still out there.
Yes, the final argument. There's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
This case has cover-up written all over it, and we're just getting warmed up over it. So what I think is very interesting is, before, we had said the things that we thought were true.
Yes.
So we talked about ashes and his car smelling like smoke, the ashes and all that other stuff. That is turned out not to be true. So Rebecca retrieved the case files. Now she was able to get the case files. I don't remember the reason, but she had 48 hours to look.
Which was strange. They timed her. I never knew they did that. Yeah.
Yeah. But she made copies in those 48 hours. Is what she did. Yep. Yeah. So because she knew she wouldn't have time to dig into everything. Yeah. So and she has interviewed over 100 people. And she interviewed the man who was the repo guy, not the repo guy, but the guy who would tow and take it to the
garage,
to the impound lot, whatever.
Yeah.
And he said that the car did not smell like smoke. It smelled like it had a new car smell.
Yeah.
And that there were no ashes. And so it seems like it was kind of put forth to the public.
Yeah.
All these things.
Yes.
To make us think all this
go a different
in a different direction.
And I think, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, for a while there, they were trying to say, well, Ray's brother committed suicide. Yes. So this is kind of what they were kind of leading to the fact he could have very easily committed suicide. I didn't really believe that from the beginning. I
think everything was so too convenient if you look at it. And they talk about the woman that he was seen with in the street of shots or whatever. And so the thing is, Ray had said to I forget to who he said it to, but anyway, that he was not going to rest until Sandusky was prosecuted. 98, we had said before, he not that he refused to
he didn't
prosecute.
think there at the time there was enough evidence.
There was not enough evidence, and he knew that. And then to bring those charges would have just been a waste of time.
Yes.
But he had said that before he retires, before he is going to bring that man to justice. So I think that he was gathering all this evidence. That was what was on his laptop. Second Mile Foundation was huge. Over 100,000 kids were involved with that.
Huge.
Penn State.
I was just,
Yeah. And then Penn State is very closely tied to the political scene of the governor. Like if you're governor, you automatically get a seat on Penn State board.
Yep.
All this other stuff. Lots of money flowing around.
Oh, huge. And we're not talking about just thousands. We're talking a lot.
Yes.
Of
and
money.
Also a lot of children floating around.
Yes.
And children with the Second Mile Foundation, I think, with like didn't have fathers and stuff like that. So the fact that Ray was seen with a lot of different women outside of Center County.
That they tried to make him sound like a womanizer. And I'm not saying he wasn't a womanizer.
I think he loved women. I don't think he was a womanizer.
That's how I think
he liked being married.
Yes. But I don't know. I think the women he was seen with could have had something to do with the Sandusky case.
I think that they were the mothers of these boys.
Yes, that he was trying to gather some information.
Yes. And so is it Richard Freeze that blah, 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 blah. So not Glenn Freeze. I don't feel like it was Glenn Freeze. Does that seem right to you? But he was a former director of the FBI.
The former that lived in Vermont.
He lived in Vermont. And so Ray had been there in that town.
Yes.
Like the year prior or months prior or whatever. Like, why would you go there?
Yeah.
And then on his calendar, he had another trip planned to Vermont. And then what broke the whole Penn State Sandusky case was this Freeze report because it came out and all hell broke loose, right? So I think he was meeting with Freeze. He was giving him information on what he discovered and he needed to be shut up.
Yes, that's unfortunate. And I think maybe he could have confided in Corbett at
who you think?
I think Ray. Ray could have mentioned to Corbett that because they work closely together. That
they didn't. They did.
I thought they did at one point, but I just think word could have got out to Corbett that Ray was digging into things with the Sandusky. That's what I mean. Whether it was, I think Ray, I think word got out is what I'm saying. That he could have.
Well, Corbett had the aspirations to be governor, which he did become governor.
He did, right? He did.
And so, who knows? Like all that stuff is so messed up.
It's so intertwined, too. Remember,
and now, so that was back in like 2005, right?
Yeah.
Now we know all of this whole child trafficking, like all the ugliness is coming out.
Yeah.
Who knows what can be going on in that second violation that people had to cover up. Like, I think there was a lot of horrible things. And it wasn't just Sandusky.
No.
Because they would have done all that just for Sandusky.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah. And Corbett he wanted to be elected. And so, I don't know. I just think it just smells so fishy. Yeah. I just think knowing how we've researched into Ray's character.
Yes.
That he was what do I say? Like justice was his thing. Like,
yes.
Like right and wrong.
Yes.
He was black and white. It's like I don't care if you're my friend, doesn't matter. You do something wrong, I will come after you.
Yeah.
Now
what do you think of the whole, because for a while there too, I thought Ray could have been taken to witness protection. But at first I thought that was a very good, wow, I didn't think about that. I can see it, but
I don't. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility.
But
if everybody was on the up and up,
see, that's it. There are so many people
that were like politically threatened or like whatever threatened.
Yeah,
with, who knows? But I think he's no longer alive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I kind of feel that, and I don't think it was of his choosing.
No, I don't know. If you committed suicide, like why would you go and take your hard drive out, throw it there? It makes no sense.
No,
there was something on that hard drive that was worth retrieving, and I'm not saying that it can't be retrieved. They're saying it can't be retrieved. I think there's so much, and I think that with Freeze and the Freeze report, I just think that. I mean, that blew everything wide open. And I don't think they saw it coming. So I think that in a way, like Ray won in that respect because he did help. And I do think that these women that he met with were women, mothers of boys that had been sexually abused.
Yeah.
But I also think that perhaps the woman that he met with at Streeter's Shops was setting him up.
Now, I didn't think that, but that could be. I took it as she was another mother or just someone with information. But that brings a, could
and like,
easily.
so none of these women have come forward.
No, which is very odd. But if you have been threatened by some very, very, very powerful people.
Yes, you would not. Or paid off.
Yeah. You would not come forward. And the case just went cold. I mean, it's like
what good it would do to go forward now?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I hope that someday somebody says something, you hear like deathbed confessions or something like that can actually like bring closure and justice to this. But after listening to Rebecca's, like I had a whole different kind of theory until I listened to her podcast. And then I was like, holy crap, like this is deeper and darker than anything, Now Second Mile Foundation is no longer in existence.
Right. Which is a shame because
I'm sure it probably did help.
I think the purpose of the foundation. Initially.
But I think it probably got so dark and so corrupted and so whatever wacko.
Yeah. That, it just couldn't have functioned.
And then like for Penn State, like their football program is the be all end all their money comes from. And to have that, reputation tarnished, all those things, like I can't believe that all that would happen for football.
Yeah. But a lot of money is
a lot of money.
Yeah.
Flows through that Center County because of Penn State.
Yeah.
So you cannot ever discount what lengths people go for politically. And then Tom Corbett, I think this is very interesting. He was only governor for one term. Because he sucked at governor.
Well, and the funny thing is I was living here when he was governor, and I don't remember him being governor.
That's how much of an impact he made upon us.
Into politics, but you would think I would have remembered.
Yeah, I think I remember him being like a nondescript governor. Nobody that made any,
Yeah, I just, now that you say his name, oh yeah, he was governor. But I don't really.
Yeah. So I think he got governor because he condescended to all these things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so who knows, like I would love to be able to deep dive more into that Second Mile Foundation because something really bad was going on there.
Yeah.
Really.
And
really
I think
bad.
a lot of people knew it and a lot of people
They're either scared or they were paid off or they were involved.
I remember my grandfather used to always say, my mom's father used to say, you'd be surprised, Jean, if you could wet someone's palms, what they would hide and what they would say. And it's unfortunate.
Sad.
It's sad. That's how life is,
how
people.
Politics
is.
Yeah. It's just, it makes me, I don't know why this case for me, like,
it hits you because you know the area.
Yeah, I feel so sad. Like I feel so sad that this happened to this man. And I don't know, it's like, it keeps me up at night, kind of a crime, which I've never really had that before. So, I would love to be able to find justice. If anybody out there knows anything, look at his picture. If it rings a bell for you in any way, like they had the sightings of him and that type of thing. And the day of, he was definitely waiting for someone. Because they said like he went, he told his girlfriend and he just went Peggy that he just went for a drive. Well, hello. First of all, Mini Coopers were not. That wasn't a thing back then. So they were very
few people had.
Yes, a very ostentatious kind of car.
But one stood out.
It stood out. Yeah. Yes. Because people are like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. I remember when I saw my first one. I'm like, that's the coolest car ever.
Yeah.
But he was seen like pacing and like parking his car and pacing and then moving his car and then so he was definitely waiting for someone. And that's someone I think who definitely had set him up.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid to get in the car with that said. No. Yeah. So
it's just, and again, we may be totally off. I
don't think we are.
No. But if anyone has heard anything else, just let us know. Send us an email or send us, post it. Because like I said, we have zero qualification.
But we're not afraid to email people.
No, we're not.
We're not afraid to make a little bit of waves.
No.
Because what do we have to lose?
Yeah.
Our jobs, our lives.
We're good.
But if you want to reach us.
Yes, we want you to know you can go to Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is sip-spill-solve, and Facebook is sip-spill-solve.
Gmail is spillsolve@gmail.com. It's not hard. It's really not hard. And or we know that you can actually like text us through the Buzzsprout app, like do a fan mail.
Yeah, we love fan mail.
Yes, and we have received like people saying like you should cover this, you should cover that, and so we are going to try that. We're going to try that. Meanwhile, we are going to be very consumed by this Hanover case because we feel like we might be able to make a difference in this case.
Yeah, and at least get it out there. So I guess until next time, stay curious, stay cheeky, and never underestimate a woman with a corkscrew. I love it. I know. Cheers. Thank you.